Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85 Operation Warthog, Soviet Global Command 3.3. Alright, here we go with their tech. There's their tech. Advanced Logistics, Chemical, Advanced Sonar, Advanced Airborne. Got chemical and everything else come up way short. So the Soviets have completed chemical warfare doctrine, which means they are now immune to chemical disruption, in addition to being able to use it in 4 separate battles. Okay, next is global operations and insurgency. PRF this time has chosen Tanzania for their insurgent. So it is. The Soviets are going to use their 2 free diplomacy dice to once again try to get India to come closer to their side with the defense treaty. And then that takes us to military aid and purchase. Okay, for aid, PRF is getting an MBT and a frigate for a cost of 4 because there's an arms sales discount of 2 there now. Angola is getting an attack chopper for 4. They have an arms sales discount of 1. Iraq is getting another next-gen MBT and a SPAG for a cost of 4. Cuba is getting a light infantry and a field artillery for a cost of 3. And for themselves, the Soviets are going to spend 5 to finish the minor army base in Afghanistan, 8 on a pair of SSNs, and the remaining 9 on a next-gen MBT and an MBT. Okay, that's that. Combat movement. Yes, there is going to be combat this turn. Soviet Global Command is declaring war on Iran. Oh! Camera tried to fall. Let's see if we can improve his balance a little bit. There we go. And I think from here, you can see everything that's going on. Okay, so here's what we've got. The forces in Southern Caucasia, which are, let's see, an early gen MBT, a mech, a field artillery, a SPAG, a self-propelled artillery, and an attack chopper, and an early gen fighter, are attacking Tabriz. They're going to be supported by the medium bomber flying down from Volgograd 123. Okay, that's first attack into Tabriz. Then the air superiority fighter and the strategic bomber in Volgograd fly 123 into Tehran, where the strategic bomber is going to carpet bomb. The SPAG and the mech from Turkmenistan come in to join the attack. The 2 MBTs and the field artillery from Afghanistan join the attack. Yes. Then the third attack is into eastern Iran. The attack chopper and the air cav from Afghanistan attack eastern Iran. Down here in I-4 on the heavy aircraft cruiser, there's an early gen fighter and a medium bomber that will fly 123 up here to join this attack. And that's that for combat movement. Okay, so first step, so I don't forget it, since I do sometimes, will be the diplomacy roll for India. One and a 4 will not get it done. India says no, we don't want to be diplomatic. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is the fight in Tabriz. I'm not going to put it on the battle board. I am just going to roll it, and they are going to use chemical in this attack. So there will be a self-propelled artillery and a field artillery in first strike. And that is mountains, so that, of course, they're downgraded to 1 and 2 respectively. So yellow is going to be the field artillery, green is the self-propelled. They need a 1, they need a 2. Okay, the self-propelled did get a first strike hit. So 1 of the mechanized infantry comes off. And that's it for first strike. So now we go with the regular stuff. So the spag, of course, is in the retirement box. We have one early gen MBT and 2 mechs. 1 and 2. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's incorrect, because of the attack chopper providing close air support. So this is just an early gen MBT by itself. Okay, he misses. Now we have 2 mechs at 3, because of the close air support negates the mountain penalty, and the early gen fighter also at 3. Okay, there is 1 hit. That's what is needed to get rid of the other mechanized infantry. It defends and scores a hit with a 3. Okay, so he comes off. Soviet roundel goes on. That comes down there. And the hit is going to be taken on the early gen MBT. Yeah. Soviet hit taken on the early gen MBT. Okay. So next will be the fight here in Iran. And the field artillery there will be shooting chemical. That'll be the only first strike. Mountains again, so they're down to looking for 1s. Got nothing. All right, so let's see here. We have an air superiority fighter. That's a miss. We've got carpet bombing. There are 2 hits from the carpet bombing. So 2 general hits for the attacker. Now we have Spag. That's a miss. We've got a mech. That's a miss. 2 MBTs. Both miss. Alright, so they came up just short. They needed 3 hits, they got 2. So the defender has two MBTs and a fighter. Okay, there is 1 air hit and 1 general hit. The air hit the Soviets. The air hit the Soviets are going to take on the ASF. So he's gone. That takes care of that. Iran has to take 2 general hits. So they're taking the MBTs. This strategy played out for them one time before. If any of you remember seeing that. And then the Soviets have to take 1 general hit. That they're going to take on the field artillery. Okay, round 2. The Spag goes to the box. And the strategic bomber goes to the box. So, what do we got? A mech and 2 MBTs. So there's a mech and 2 MBTs. There's the hit that is needed. The fighter defends for a hit in return. Okay, so he comes out of there, he's gone. Get the roundel on there. The Soviets are going to take their general hit on the mech. So he comes off. And that's it for that one. So now we have the fight in eastern Iran. So we've got an air cav is going to be at 4 because he gets a mountain penalty because air cavs are now land units. But he has close air support to negate that. So you've got, we'll just do these 2 for now. The green's the air cav, the black is the attack chopper. Okay, so there is the 1 hit that was required. That lone light infantry defends and gets a hit. So he's gone. They land in here to capture the zone. And the Soviets are going to take the hit on the early gen fighter that flew in from the heavy aircraft cruiser. But technically, that medium bomber there is there waiting to land. Okay, so that is going to be 3 land battle stars for the Soviets. Three land battle stars. It's going to be +2 to the Soviet income, so they're up to 39. And that's it for combat. Okay, so the early gen fighter from Tabriz flew back to southern Caucasia. The medium bomber, we're in non-combat movement now. The fleet with the heavy aircraft cruiser moves 1-2 up there and recovers the medium bomber back onto the heavy aircraft cruiser. This SSN from I-4 is going to move up there to I-7 just because he feels like it. What else? The strategic bomber and the medium bomber both fly back to Volgograd. Over here, these 3 MBTs from Somali Republic move 1 space to Kenya. Up here in the far north, there are 2 SSNs here in A9 with Caterpillar drive. So they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into A3, and they do not trigger any income escalation because of their Caterpillar drive. And of course, they're not at war with NATO, so the SOSIS network cannot block their movement. All right, I believe that's it for non-combat movement. Let me have another quick look around here and be absolutely sure. No, there's going to be an addition. This ASF from Murmansk and the backfire are going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4 down here to Volgograd. Now, I'll straighten him up off camera when I get 2 hands to work with. Okay, they fly down there to Volgograd. Now that's it for non-combat. So we're placing units. So we've got we have 2 SSNs built at the major shipyard at Murmansk, so they're here in A9. We have a next-gen MBT and an MBT built at the minor army base in southern Caucasia. The minor army base in Afghanistan is completed. And that's it for Soviet placement. Now we need a recruitment roll for PRF. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, just missed with a 5. Okay, now we're delivering military aid. So, PRF gets an MBT delivered here to Ethiopia via the major port there. Frigate is delivered to the minor shipyard here in Somali Republic, and that will be placed in port. There's that. Attack chopper comes in by sea to Angola. We've got gotta look here real quick. Oh yeah. I gotta look. Okay, yeah, these are erratic. All right. Let's see. The SPAG comes into the minor port here at Syria, and Syria says, yeah, sure, you can drive across our territory to get into Baghdad with the SPAG. And the next-gen MBT comes in via the minor port in Basra. There's that. And then for Cuba, down here, we have a light infantry. He can airlift in, so that makes 2 grays a green. And then field artillery comes in by sea. So there's that. Okay, that's all aid delivered. We did the recruitment roll, so I think all we have left is collecting money. Yes. The Soviets are at 39. And they did manage to earn 3 battle stars in total. $39 and 3 battle stars. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.